Atlantis, Houston, take air data to nav.
Air data to nav.
They've heard the sonic boom at Edwards. Atlantis now at 800 feet per second velocity, altitude 33,000 feet, 17 nautical miles from landing.
Atlantis, Houston, you're looking great. Turning on the hack. Surface is clear. Altimeter's 3019.
3019, okay.
Atlantis now right on the imaginary line around the heading alignment circle. Macaulay will make a right overhead turn, lining up on runway 23 at Edwards. Surface winds at the landing site are forecast at 6 knots headwind, 5 knots left crosswind, well within our landing limits. Velocity 600 feet per second, altitude 18,000 feet. Macaulay bringing Atlantis around the final part of the heading alignment circle at 400 feet per second velocity, altitude 15,000 feet, 8 miles from touchdown. We're about a minute and a half away from touchdown of Atlantis. Macaulay now in the final approach at about 19 degrees glide slope.
Atlantis, Houston, we see you on centerline, on glide slope. Surface winds 190 at 8, 6 head, 5 left.
Roger.
Macaulay will pull Atlantis up into the pre-flare maneuver at about 2,500 feet, adjusting the glide slope angle to about 1.5 degrees. Velocity is 500 feet per second, 5,800 feet altitude. Range 3 miles. Landing gear down and locked, altitude 390 feet. Main gear touchdown. And nose gear touchdown. And Atlantis rolls out at the conclusion of mission STS-34, correction. Unofficial main gear touchdown time was at 9:33 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
Houston, we're stopped.
Roger, Atlantis. Congratulations on an outstanding mission. You've extended the shuttle's reach to the outer planets. Bravo, Zulu.
Thank you, sir. It's nice to be home.
Roger that. Mike, we'd like APU-1 shut down, please.
You can work.
And stand by for flight
without
attendants.
you guys, so super support.
Roger, thank you, sir.
APU-1 is being shut down immediately after wheel stop just to conserve the high-speed run time on that APU. The other APUs will be shut down at the normal time in the post-landing checklist.
Houston, Atlantis, I'm ready for the doors when you are.
Roger, go ahead on the doors.
Mechanical Systems Officer confirms that APU-1 shutdown procedure has been completed. The idea in starting APU-1 late in the landing phase and shutting it off immediately after wheel stop is to conserve the high-speed run time on it. It's just an issue for turnaround and reduces the maintenance and inspection required on the APU.
Houston, the OMS RCS safing is complete.
Roger. Atlantis, Houston, your go for the DPS transition.
Go for the DIPS transition, thank you.
Convoy personnel at Dryden have moved into place. Technicians with sniffing equipment checking around the vehicle for any toxic gases that may be present around the vehicle before safing operations begin.
Atlantis Houston, you have a go for ammonia activation, page 5-6. Use system alpha secondary on.
Okay, ammonia alpha secondary on.
Affirmative. Atlantis Houston, you can disregard the water spray boiler messages. They're due to a transducer.
Roger that. And wait for your call, Houston, on to take the BFS back to run before we do the Ops 9 transition.
Atlantis Houston, your go for the transition. Leave the BFS in standby.
Roger.
Atlantis Houston, your go for main engine repositioning.
Roger, go for the engine reposition.
Williams will be repositioning the three main engines on Atlantis as part of the orbiter safing procedures, and also in preparation for fitting the tail cone over Atlantis when it's ferried back to the Kennedy Space Center on the shuttle carrier aircraft.
Atlantis Houston, your go to remove your suits.
Go for the suits. Thank you, sir. And just out of curiosity, Houston, what's the temperature outside?
Atlantis, the temperature is 57 degrees, 57.
Thanks.
Atlantis Houston, you have a go for extended power up.
Thank you, Houston. Go for extended power up.
The technicians with sniffers have completed their chore around Atlantis, and trucks have been cleared to move in from the convoy. The white truck the stair truck will be pulling up to the side of the Atlantis in a few minutes, and an astronaut exchange crew and flight surgeon will enter the white room about 15 minutes from now.
Hot mic again.
Hot mic again, you guys. Pull the plugs on them. They're not plugged in, Don. Okay. Where's it coming from? I can turn right off and it doesn't make any difference at all. We can't find the keyed mic, mate. Ken, I'm not sure where it is.
Roger that.
Roger that. Ellen, talk down to the midday. Tell them to check for a keyed mic down there. Okay, thank you. Houston, the APU hydraulic system is shut down.
Roger that. Atlantis Houston, you have a go for vent door purge positioning.
Go for the vent doors.
Atlantis Houston for Mike.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, we'd like to have you drive your seat forward and aft a little bit. We want to watch it, make sure the motor's driving on all three phases.
Okay, on any particular bus?
I think stay where you were.
Okay, forward and aft, and you want 2 or 3 cycles or 1 cycle?
I'll drive it forward for a couple of seconds and then aft for about twice that and then back forward again so it winds up where it was. That should be enough.
Yeah, stopped in the full aft position, 2 cycles.
Roger, thank you. And Atlantis Houston, we'd like the same test with a CDR seat, please.
Okay, Ken, we're running the C here.
Atlantis Houston, both seats look good, and I have 2 switches over on L1.
Okay, go ahead.
Roger, we'd like the topping evap heater duct to off and the high-load duct heater to off.